Welcome to the Lyres And Thieves podcast, where in order to finally press the start button, it took the efforts of a holy man, two unholy men, Joe from down the street, and a shaker of advanced focus. My name is Dave, and in this episode, Ellis has taken a week off and allowed me to bring in genuinely one of my favorite content creators that I've come to know in the past few years, Mytheros.
Hi.
That is a true statement, and I will continue to fight for it. You are an amazing, amazing content creator, and you're on the podcast, sir.
I know. I'm so honored.
I'm super, I'm sure I could sing your praises. If you need a tongue bathing session, just let me know. But
I know
for those of you that don't know Mytheros, mind introducing yourself? Who are you, sir?
Hello, I am Mytheros, and I apologize if I yawn because I'm tired. I have been a content creator and streamer since before Twitch was Twitch. It was Justin.tv. With more recent breakthroughs on YouTube, minus content that I've done a few years back. I just like playing games. That's it.
It's always fun. Being able to join you for a few games of Valorant where Chris or Cody is carrying, or
It's usually chaos.
It's always chaos. But you've been backing away from Twitch, which is, don't get me wrong, I know that it was helpful in the end, but seeing you be gone for so long, it was a I missed you. It was like when I said that earlier, I genuinely was like, oh my god, he's back. He has returned.
I know.
It was very cool.
I took it was more than a month break, and even now I haven't streamed in 8 days, I believe. But it's been refreshing. I don't know how to describe it because obviously you've been around for a while, so you see how consistent I was.
Oh,
where
big time.
Every other day didn't miss the schedule, besides a few times maybe if something came up.
If you were moving, if you were dealing with chaos.
Yeah. And even then I would try to IRL stream or something, even just get a just chatting going. But yeah, no, now it's just long gaps.
Little bits of editing here and there for, other creators or working on, your Dead Space series. When's episode 3 coming out?
God, episode 3, I recorded it. I was so excited about it. All of my settings were correct. It came out with no game audio.
No!
It has audio from my microphone, but the whole game is just silent. It was such a good episode. That's why I haven't posted anything. That's why I haven't worked on episode 4, because I am so bummed out. It was genuinely such a good episode. I got so scared so many times, and at one point screamed at the top of my lungs harder than I ever have at a game because of how terrified I was.
And there's no chance to
that
save it.
Gone. I mean, it still has. You still have me screaming. That's still picked up, but there's no audio to go along with it. So it's like a silent movie with just a fourth wall break.
I'd watch it.
Yeah, no,
that sucks.
I mean, I could probably grab it for something, but no, that's why I haven't been posting much. Just bummer.
That's not awesome. Is there any other game that might grab you if Dead Space doesn't? Well, it sounds like Dead Space might be dead in the water. So
this is kind of like a side thing, actually. So I edit for someone, and just today, actually, and once in the past, one of his playthroughs did not have audio, but I managed to salvage it by doing a recap at the beginning of say he missed episode 2 because there was no game audio. We go straight into episode 3 with the right audio. I'll do a recap of episode 2 at the beginning of 3. That's kind of what I want to do. I really like Dead Space. I'm enjoying it so much. So that's kind of what I want to do with it. I think I can salvage it. I just need to put in the effort.
It can be a little rough when you have a moment. I'm sure episode 3 was going to be like 45 minutes long. I mean, that's about how long the other episodes were. And
Yeah, it was
having
like
that moment.
37.
Oh, jeez.
So like that's a lot. That's a lot. It hurts. There was a lot too. I got like 4 pieces of main story done in that 37-minute time span because I was just so comfortable with it, flying through the game at this point, and it. Uh,
I really do hope to see. I really hope that you're able to get through Dead Space and continue, pushing episodes. But
yeah, same.
I'm sure, like, having to deal with that, having to go. I'm on a track. I'm on a creative pursuit. I'm gonna make it, and people are enjoying the content, and everything's going well. The community's happy, and you're growing, and then you hit this brick wall, which could either be a hardware issue or a creative block entirely.
Yup.
And that always sucks.
Yup. Been through way too many of those in my life at this point.
And yet
there's so much.
You've powered through.
I have, but God, it's tough sometimes. It really is. And I feel like that's something that content creators don't really talk about enough, besides like maybe a tweet to tell people how they're feeling. But there is so much that goes into it behind the scenes.
It is.
I don't know. It's just like this unspoken thing.
I feel as though it is downplayed a lot. People don't like it is. I feel as though the majority of the time, if someone hits that block or they've lost their passion or they just can't seem to continue, they will end up being forced to step away entirely because they can't figure out how to get past it. And they'll make a tweet or they'll have a twit longer where it's like, I love doing this. I was a part of this org. I was working on this series. I've been streaming and we hit an all-time high. And I can't do it anymore. And I don't know why. And then they have to take a break. Or they have to call it quits, which sucks. It's like, I keep saying that, but it is definitely like everyone gets it, but at the same time, I feel as though it's kind of just like, oh, well, there goes another content creator that could have been the next Ludwig, the next Tarek, the next. Oh, they had streamer awards. I'm sure I could name the award winners.
I was gonna say you're just
Pretty
firing
much.
off streamer awards.
The next Cutie Cinderella, the next Kaede.
There we go.
And then they just they end up falling away, and I feel as though that's so sleeping. I want to find a way. I know that there isn't an automatic cure. I know that there isn't a one-size-fits-all answer. But I want to find a way to help those people that are dealing with that creative block, that's causing them to just halt in their paces. And I know that for some people, it might just be, I need a new idea. Or maybe I just need to go to a new platform. But
yeah,
for some people, it is actually
I've seen a lot of people. I've seen a lot of people recently, like with everything that's going on with Twitch. A lot of people have been moving over to Kick. And I mean, I will not lie. A lot of these new platforms that pop up seem very tempting. But
they usually do in the beginning.
Yeah, in the beginning, exactly. That is the point. Leave it at that. In the beginning. Think of D-Live. Think of, I don't even know if people stream on it anymore. Trovo.
Yeah.
We've got Kick right now. Mixer.
Mixer was probably one of the bigger ones that almost had a chance because it was backed by Microsoft money. But then Microsoft found out that turns out money doesn't bring viewers. Money doesn't bring ad money, essentially. And after, I don't even know how long Ninja and Shroud were over on Mixer before the whole thing fell apart.
It was like a year and a half, something
All
like
I know
that.
is that they got millions and they won out because they went back to Twitch.
They got
Or
so
YouTube.
lucky. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know, the whole side conversation. The whole ninja thing is still crazy. Like, don't get me wrong, he is still a very big content creator, but
Oh,
the
100%.
ninja, the initial blow up, the 100,000 viewers watching him play Fortnite, every single stream compared to now, it's crazy. Absolutely crazy.
I still don't know why he got invited to New Year's Eve, whatever it's called, where he was just doing his dance in front of
Where
people
he's
that are
flossing.
like, "Come on, guys, do it with me."
I'm not seeing enough movement.
I'm not seeing enough movement.
It's fucking pouring rain. Nobody wants to dance in the rain.
No one cares. And
No.
I think at that point, while he was known by a lot of people, I think that there was still a barrier there for, like, your grandmother might know that you're watching him, but she's not gonna know who the heck he is or why he's up on that stage.
No, she's gonna look up and be like, "Is that an actor?
Is that an actor? Why is his hair blue?
Why does he look like that? Why does he look like a troll doll?" That's grandma. It's okay. That's a different sphere. We're not there yet. Ninja did push a lot of barriers with the gaming world kind of coming into media, though. Like, big respect.
Yeah.
But no, at that point when he was trying to have people floss in the freezing rain, that doesn't work.
I almost
Funny,
wonder.
very funny,
Oh yeah, like
hilarious.
oh it was. You say hilarious, I say a little cringe, but
And no, it's cringe, but it's hilarious. It's
Fair.
just the fact I'm not seeing enough movement. Nobody did it, even after the fact. Nobody even pity flossed with him. Listen, if I was there, I would have pity flossed with Ninja.
Yeah, at least a little bit. Just out of pity. I almost
floss.
wonder. I almost wonder if it's not just like smaller creators that are dealing with, creative blocks. I wonder what if Ninja, if Tim the Tatman, Dr. Disrespect, they're kind of all in the same circle, but if bigger creators have dealt with, burnout or block, and I feel as though a lot of them probably have, because it's just a part of the creative process, but I feel as though a lot of them have figured out ways to get past it.
Yeah,
And
that's something
I'm curious
where, like, I feel like the bigger content creators, they're established to a point where they can really kind of do whatever they want, and they know that they'll still be at least semi-successful.
somewhat relevant.
Yeah, but most of the time it's these people that get very excited to watch a content creator of that caliber, that size. It's for them. It's usually how they implement their personality or entertainment value into the game itself,
Yup.
rather than the game most of the times. Because, like, take Tim the Tatman, for instance. He's really good at Call of Duty.
Yep.
Is he pro level? No. He's not on any of these teams. He's a known name. These teams know that he plays those games. He has not, as to my knowledge, gotten an offer to play for any of these teams. He is an entertainer above a professional player who competes for thousands, millions.
Yeah,
that is what it is at the end of the day. Yeah, no, Tim is funny. It's all fucking shit. But it's the fact that these bigger content creators know that they have an audience. They can they can dip their feet in the waters of other games. Like, I'm pretty sure Tim has played, like, WoW on stream, and now he's a Warzone content creator, Fortnite. That is a mixed bag. That is a very mixed bag of games right there, going from World of Warcraft to Warzone.
What was the there was an MMO that people were freaking out about, New World?
New World, yep.
New World. I swear I saw everyone playing that at one point. Like, Shroud was playing it, Tim was playing it, and it's people that are completely outside. Like, there are non-MMO streamers playing this MMO, which everyone was focused on for a while.
Yeah.
And then they start going back to their own thing. But you mentioned something.
Yeah.
People, the larger audiences, they figured out a way that they can just test the waters, try something new, and still be fine for the most part. But the smaller creators, and I would say smaller, even like I don't even know if it's considered small, but like under 100 viewers.
Yeah.
To me, in the grand scheme, under 100 viewers, or at least not getting a bunch of subs, at least on the Twitch's platform, that would be considered a small streamer. Anyone that cannot survive on their income, I would consider a small streamer.
Yeah.
Maybe that's a little harsh.
No, I feel like that's a pretty accurate representation because, like, you can have, 75, 80 viewers be a partner, but if you're not really surviving off your income, you're still kind of seen to be like a smaller creator.
Yeah. And getting raids from bigger creators can still be damn life-changing at that point. I think, was it Courage? He didn't end up getting a raid, but he got like a major donation from a large creator, and that helped him be able to push the envelope just a little bit more and get into a place where he could go full-time and with content creation, whether that was streaming or YouTube at the time. I don't remember which. But it is a bit of a balance that needs to be made when you're firstly, you need to understand where you are in the whole scheme of streaming and content creation. And a lot of people that I think experience creator burnout don't fully get that. They think that when it comes to big creators, like they're looking at the guys that are rocking 20 or 30 viewers, or people that manage to like get rated by the big guys. Like if you get rated, that means you're special. And they tend to throw a lot of extra effort, a lot of extra focus and work into something, and it tends to pile up over time and cause, like, content creation is difficult. I don't know if you know that, sir, after 10 years probably of doing this, almost 10 years.
I'm not aware.
You have no idea. It is not easy, and I feel as though I keep seeing people just they will dump money, like hundreds of dollars, into their setups without really
thousands
much.
Of dollars into
thousands of dollars, new computers, new cameras, new microphones, new XLR, any piece of stream tech or lighting that they can, just so that they can make their stream just a little bit better. And yet, because of the fact that they're not improving their content, it ends up holding them back and causing them to fall off. I have buddies that, have spent, $1,000 or more on their setup, and they're streaming to 3 viewers, and they're wondering what's going on.
Yep.
And when you're stuck there and you're not taking the time to reflect and figure out what you need to do,
it kills you.
It kills you.
It drops you dead in the water. That's when you take your mental health break. That's when you step away. That's when you
write your twit longer.
Yep, that's when the twit longer comes out. That's when
it's like, I'll be back in a couple weeks.
Yep, a couple weeks.
And we'll see him again.
The thing is, a lot of people, like, there's nothing bad with investing hundreds, thousands of dollars into your setup.
No,
the thing that you need to invest in is, what are you going to do now that you have that? It's not just a matter of, oh, I have this beautiful DSLR and a brand new lens. I have a nice microphone. Everything sounds and looks good. What are you going to do off stream or even on stream that is going to make that worth it? Like, are you going to take this off the tripod, and are you going to film videos elsewhere and push content to other platforms and do stuff and network with people? Or is it going to sit on that tripod while you just stream? And that's all you do. You just sit there, stream. A lot of the
8
people
hours
that
a day,
I notice,
40 hours a week.
literally, yeah, like a job. A lot of people that I've noticed that do that, like they invest in themselves very heavily. A lot of these people don't even use Twitter. Like I I've gone into streams of people with like 2, 3 viewers just to say hi, like just I don't know, pop in, be random, like
Yeah.
show them that someone found their stream, and I'm like, everything looks great. Like, what's your Twitter? I want to follow you. Oh, I don't use Twitter. I just
Yep.
use Instagram. You go to their Instagram, there's blurry 4x3 photos. They have like 70 followers, and you're like, what?
What are you doing?
Make a Twitter. Post your clips that you get on stream to Reels. Talk to people in the community. Join communities of other people with gaming interests that you play. There is so much to do once you have just a foundation set up for yourself.
Yeah.
A foundation is like a camera, a microphone, a computer, a mouse, a keyboard.
And basic
That
editing
is
software.
all but not even basic editing software, basic etiquette so you can talk to people like human beings.
Oh, but talking is it's so scary. I don't like it.
It is scary. I don't like talking to people. That's why I haven't streamed in a month. Even though I love my community.
And we love you.
I mean, I love you guys too, and you, Dave. No, it's God. Burnout is such a weird thing because even aside, kind of going off of what you said, not even like the I'm investing all this money in myself, where are my results kind of mindset of burnout. The burnout of I've invested all this money in myself, I'm doing well, but I just don't know what to do is also something that can strike people.
Yeah.
That's kind of something that I've been feeling because like I have a community.
Mm-hmm.
I have a library of games to play. I have time at night to drop streams. Like nothing has changed. I still work the same hours as I did when I was doing this. But there's so many factors that go into it. Like, how is my energy level doing at the end of the day?
Yep.
Like, what do I need to do this when I get home from work? Do I need to go to the gym? Which is like, people pick up other hobbies and stuff in real life, even if it's not like immediate, but it takes away from that whole gaming, streaming, content creation aspect. Because me specifically, I get home probably 8:30, 9 o'clock if we have to go to the grocery store.
Sure.
I hit the gym for an hour. That is 10 p.m. I now have work in 12 hours. So you expect me to fit in a stream, get all of my clips for the night, edit them for the next day, be in bed at a reasonable hour.
Have dinner.
Like, yeah, eat dinner too. Settle down for the night, shower, brush my teeth, get settled, get the cat
Spend
settled.
time with your partner.
Yeah. So, I mean, there's so much that really goes into it of just overall burnout, stepping away. I haven't even scratched the surface with what I want to say.
It's genuinely a balancing act, and it's one of the
is.
reason why I'm looking to step away from streaming on its own, because we're adults, dude. Like we're not 17, 18 years old. We're not just coming out of high school learning about the world a little bit. We're adults with bills,
nice.
full-time jobs. I know, right? Dude, I miss those days. But we now have to take care of ourselves. We have to be participating members of society, and unfortunately, that comes with a lot of responsibilities and balancing everything out.
Sucks.
It does, but
there's too much. There's not enough hours in the day.
Never enough time to do everything that you could possibly want. And if you do try to do all that, plus get sleep, who needs it?
Burnout.
There's burnout. And
nobody wants to go home and do the same thing every day.
No.
Unless you're already in a position to do so. Even then, that's kind of, you're still going to experience some type of burnout. You're going to want change.
You're going to feel
life.
like you're in a rut.
Yeah, exactly.
No one wants to be in a rut.
That's the thing, too. Like, even just sitting at a computer for multiple hours a day, it's not good for you.
No.
It's not good for you. They can push out all the technology they want. They can give you the best blue light glasses. They can do whatever. It's just, aside from your physical well-being, it's not good for your mental well-being.
People don't like hearing that.
I know people don't like hearing that. I didn't like hearing that, but that's something that I have come to terms with. It's not good for you. You have to have variety in your life. You have to socialize. It's literally human nature. You need to make sure that you're getting up and eating and taking care of things around you that need to be taken care of. You let things pile up, it's going to pile up on the things that are bringing you down. It's, again, so much.
There's a lot that goes into it, and a lot, like, you're trying to take care of yourself. Genuinely, I had to take a step back and figure out, okay, I know work is important. Is streaming important? Is content creation important? Do I need to make a podcast? Do I really? Do you know how many podcasts there are? Tens of thousands of people doing it. Hundreds of thousands.
At least.
Probably more. It, like, all over the world with probably the same ideas. Let's be honest. I'm not unique.
Probably.
I'm not special. But
I mean, no one is at this point.
Pretty much. Everyone's special. No one is.
That's the blunt truth. Everybody is special, but nobody is.
But that doesn't mean that I'm not allowed to dedicate time to the things that I am passionate about.
Exactly.
That doesn't mean that I can't work out a way so that I am able to take care of myself. I'm trying to go to the gym. Like, it's literally been almost a year since I had been going to the gym, and now I'm going again. 2 or 3 times a week at most.
Yeah. Yeah.
Working on it.
I mean, that was one of the biggest things with, like, why I haven't been streaming as much. I've been putting so much more time into, like, my physical well-being and my mental well-being. I've been going to the gym. I've been shopping for healthier foods. And, like, right now, part of, like, my diet and stuff is all of my money I had for, like, content creation equipment, games, stuff like that, whatever is new and shiny on the market goes into my food and, like, my day instead of everything that's right here, my desk, everything.
And yet it was still probably a very the investment in yourself is probably the most important one you can make, because
it's something where it's like
content creation might be done, but you've got another
I'm not.
80 years, 70 years.
Yeah, I'm still around. And that's not to say, like, this isn't me saying, like, I'm not going to do content, because I just got all new gear and I want to do content. But part of, like, the content. Part of the burnout and stuff is I don't know what to do. But that, again, time of the day, location, there's so many important aspects of, like, what I can do. Creator block, like we talked about earlier, is another thing. Like, I don't even know what to play half the time. I just play Valorant because it's there. I know I'll have fun on it. My friends play it.
Yeah.
It's the go-to, but I don't know.
Thankfully, I've actually maybe this might be a solution for other people, but I've recently, well, the homies aren't always available, so I've been, reaching out to friends of friends, and realizing that, oh my God, there's people that are awesome, that are, like, out there in the community, that are also nerds, that are also gamers, that also want to hang out. And because of you know them, the Pags, I'm finally watching Game of Thrones. I just finished season 2.
Oh, there you go. Maybe you'll convince me.
It's good.
Haven't watched it.
If you're not a huge fan of boobs, which I don't know who isn't a fan of boobs,
it's a good time on my phone.
Yes. But I'm beginning to experience more things. I'm having a diversity of ideas, of people, of support groups, of these people that are able to just give me a different perspective.
Yeah, and that's something I want you to think about what you just said, and what I said earlier. Socialization. You are socializing with other groups. Has it been helping you mentally?
Oh, yeah, very much so.
Ding, 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 ding. He's doing it.
I'm learning.
No, but that's something too. Like branching out and actually talking to people and like being a good human being and trying to give a shit about other people will bring you very far in life. You will learn new things. You will gather new interests. You will find new games, new hobbies. You might even find a group of people you blow up with in the content creation scene. You don't know. I mean, that's just part of the take risks, take leaps. Like invest in yourself, talk to other people, everything will be okay. But if you just get yourself down and you just keep doing the same thing every single day, you are gonna be in a rut.
It's not going to help you in the end.
No. And sometimes,
I'm
like,
sure
even just
some
talking to too
people
many
have
people.
like fought their way through and only on their own, but you're not gonna make as much progress as someone else that actually reaches out. You're not gonna make
Yeah.
as much. This is gonna sound like a maybe kind of a foreign analogy, but it's easier to have a conversation with someone than to have a conversation with yourself.
Yep. Because a lot of the times you will lie to yourself, whereas someone else won't lie to you. They will give you exactly what you need to hear instead of what you don't want to hear coming from yourself. Because a lot of times, like, you can try coming up with solutions yourself, but
Yeah.
you're not going to want to hear half the stuff that someone else has to say. You're just going to want to think of the positive aspects in your situation, and you're going to dig yourself deeper into the ground.
I was like, I was listening to the other guy. Points at mirror.
It's the Spider-Man meme.
It's me. Genius. But it I want to figure out if there's any other way for people that have been kind of just struggling. Do you think, like, is there any, gosh darn it, I'm trying to find out the best way to say it, but there isn't really a good one. Do you think that if I were to come across someone that was dealing with burnout, that was about to send that tweet, that was about to say, I'll be back in 6 months or a year or 10, is there anything that I could do just to start a conversation, say, you're not alone in this. Yes, I get there's burnout. You can keep going if you want to, but you just have to start thinking of it this way.
I mean, there's definitely ways to go about saying that. I definitely think like, you are not alone thing is very true. A lot of people can relate to that right off the bat. But you're not gonna be able to really provide a solution that fits their needs right off the rip. Because a lot of the times you don't know what's going on in their life, and even if you do, you really don't know like what they're feeling
Sure.
towards everything. Because, like, if I were to think in that aspect of the person who wants to send that tweet out, wants to kind of give up, if someone really reached out to me, one of the things that I immediately think of is like just some of the content ideas I want to do that I'm unable to do or that I just haven't done, don't have the time for. And like people don't really know that. People don't know you're really thinking that way. And communication isn't the best thing for a lot of people. So I
Like,
mean,
they're not good
it
at
would
it,
just
or
be,
it's just not necessary, or not a good idea.
it's either people are too scared to open up or people are bad at communicating.
Yeah.
It really leans either way at this point. I mean, rightfully so sometimes.
True.
Um, but I don't know. It's very hard. I mean, the best thing you can do is relate to someone, I guess.
I words. I want to find a way. I guess a way to actually help out with that in a very, very small sense, even if it's just in our little corner of the internet, is
Yeah.
to help destigmatize it. People deal with burnout. People have to take breaks. If you need to take a break, take a break.
That's the thing. A lot of people are just scared to take breaks. And I mean, again, rightfully so.
Yeah.
You see how often the content creation scene changes. Like even right now, content creation is at a really weird spot. A lot of
Yeah.
people aren't really able to blow up or kind of find where they fit in. Um, and I don't know. It's such a weird. There's no real reason for it. No real reason.
If you could figure out the reason that the content scene was changing, and if you could figure out what was happening next, you'd be a millionaire. You'd be the
Oh, yeah,
next person with 1
100%.
million subscribers right there.
Sell guides online for $50. Take my course.
Take my course.
Show up in a Lamborghini
I'd
2
take-
weeks later.
Yeah! These are my 7 Lamborghinis. But before I tell you how I got that, let me tell you how to improve your content.
Tell you how to escape burnout and find your place in the content creation scene. This is my library.
It's
It's just tough.
It is.
But I mean, what is the fun in something being too easy at the same time?
Yeah.
Granted, you shouldn't dig yourself into the ground. Nobody should feel extremely negative ways towards this because at the end of the day, content creation in gaming is supposed to be an outlet for creativity, a outlet for positivity, just widespread whatever you're doing. And it's just supposed to be somewhere where you have fun and talk to other people, or you communicate with other people or communicate your ideas or even just you enjoying something. So it kind of sucks when people get burnout and when people feel negative ways about gaming and just content creation in general because that's not what it's about. It's not what it's about at all. This isn't like an office job. You're not like a lawyer. You're not supposed to be going through like these grueling days.
8 or 9 hour shifts. 8 or 9, the streams.
You're not supposed to be done at the end of the day and be like, wow, that sucks. I have to go back to it tomorrow. Like you should be able to, when you have something in your brain that you want to implement, you should be able to be excited about doing it, excited about filming it, scripting it, even just hitting the go live button, talking. It's not supposed to be something that at the end of the day you feel like I don't belong here. This sucks. I'm going to give up. I don't know. I just personally believe that everybody does belong. There's not really like there's not really something that gives us all similarities besides the fact that we are creative individuals that like games, hobbies, anything geeky, nerdy, anything like that.
You,
That is the only thing that really relates us all to each other. The rest of it you just kind of find out along the way.
well said.
They're been doing this for a while.
Yeah. Conveniently enough, you do know your shit.
I try.
I honestly, I don't want to piggyback too much off you, but it is about just being passionate. It is about sharing positivity and creativity and being able to express yourself in a way that allows other people to be able to connect with you. And
Exactly.
it's a super fantastic way to like YouTube and Twitch, heck, Instagram and Twitter and however many other platforms have
Don't
given.
say Facebook.
I won't. Trust me. That wasn't even on the list. I was thinking let more 18 plus websites. Even those, they give you a chance to express yourself and who you are and be able to express your passions, your art. And people that look to it and put so much time and effort into it and are forced in the end, for one reason or another, to turn away, it's an injustice.
It is. It feels very unfair, especially when money is the reason too.
Yeah,
That sucks.
that is, and I do what I know I do what I can when I see people that are, working on one project or another and need a hand, and I help out in the little donations that I can do. But there has to be, maybe there doesn't have to be, but I really want there to be a way for them to get past this block, to not see that it's just a grind, to not see that it is something that they are forced to do, that it's something that they can do and they should at least try to do and should be able to enjoy doing. And yeah, it's,
I don't know, it's tough.
Yeah.
If you couldn't tell, there's a lot.
There's a lot of nuance to it.
There's
and
so much to it.
Everyone deals with it in their own way. And hopefully, to you that are listening, if you are dealing with some kind of burnout, if there's anything going on and you're on the edge there and you're considering whether or not you should quit, or if you need to take a step back, start a conversation. There are millions of creators out there. I can almost guarantee that someone is dealing with the same issue. Heck, start a conversation with me. I want to be here to support you. I want you to be able to express your passions. I want you to be able to create whatever videos, draw whatever art, and be able to just enjoy it and not feel like it's a chore. And hopefully, by starting that conversation, we can start another conversation and continue a chain effect, so that this concept of being you're not streaming 7 hours a day, 8 days a week, you're gonna get left behind.
Shame on you.
I want to remove any stigma, anyone that feels as though they're being forced to grind away. Know that you don't need to grind away. You can just enjoy it.
Yep. And a lot of the times,
right into the mic, sir.
a lot of the times, you don't even really need to quit. I mean, it's case by case scenario. A lot of the times I see people quit based on thinking about it for a while and like every factor in their life kind of pointing to it. But burnout is most of the time temporary. You don't need to quit. Like a lot of the times you should not be upset that you need to take a step back. Like I know it sucks. I know it stunts your growth, because it does. I'm not going to sit here and sugarcoat it and say it doesn't. But a lot of the times you will come back with new ideas, and that new idea could be the next thing that you need to blow up, to just do what you want to do. So there's nothing wrong with stepping back if you absolutely need it.
And sometimes when you step back and you're ready to go and you have that energy again, you'll realize that that energy can be placed in not just one platform, not just one type of content. Maybe you now have energy to focus on yourself and realize what you need. Like physically, mentally, spiritually. Who knows?
Emotionally.
Like being able to actually take care of yourself, having that energy is important. Oddly enough, you are important.
Oddly enough,
it's this weird concept that I've been hearing a lot of people say. Nah.
Oddly enough, everything runs off of energy. Oddly enough, think about it.
Oddly enough,
your house, your car.
Oddly enough, 2 + 2 = 4.
Wait, it does.
Shit.
You're teaching me new stuff on this podcast, man. Jesus.
Awesome.
You can help me tackle my ABCs. I'll be on every week. Yes, I'll be a side host.
That'll be amazing. But if you do want to start a conversation with us, do feel free. I think there's a question that you can add if you're in the comments on Spotify, or if you're listening to this on YouTube, always leave a comment down there. I try to respond to every comment we get. But other than that, thank you so much for listening. We hope you enjoyed the podcast. If you've made it this far, maybe you'd be willing to go a little bit further and support the Lyres and Thieves socials at Lyres and Thieves, Lyres, Lyres, on Instagram, Twitter, and Twitch, with a YouTube channel coming this April. If you want to start a conversation with either of us, you can find me at DaveTheBard_ over on Twitter. For Myth, you can find all of his links. We'll have it linked down below on his website, mytheros.co, mytheros.co. Find all the projects that he's working on. He's got YouTube, he's got Twitch, he's on Twitter, he's on Instagram, TikTok.
I'm everywhere.
You can find him in all the places. But all those
I'm pretty
links...
sure I don't use it, but I'm pretty sure I even have a Tumblr somewhere. I'm everywhere.
Do you have a MySpace?
I do. I don't have the login anymore.
Damn it!
But it's nothing. It's not something attached to my online alias.
Fair enough. But yeah,
it's like Parrot Kid 234 or something. I don't. It's
Sleeping.
Stupid.
That's amazing.
It is. I like it.
Yeah. we'll have his links down below. Our next episode is going to be on April 14th. We'll be taking an additional week in between this podcast and the next podcast because Easter is coming. We hope you have a lovely Easter and a lovely spring break for those of you going to school. Thank you so much for listening, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you for having me, Dave.
Thank you, Myth. I'm very appreciative. It's been an excellent talk. I like having deep conversations with you, sir.
I do too. I'm actually kind of inspired after this. Listening to you and listening to myself.
Turns out we have things to say that aren't complete crap.
That aren't pee-pee or poo-poo or something Valorant call-out wise.
Well, it is fun to say pee-pee and poo-poo. I definitely get it. It is.
It's very
Thank you
fun.
so much for listening. We'll see you next time. Have a great weekend. Have a good one.
Later.
Bye.